Hey everybody, today I know it's been a while, and for a small channel update, stuff's been going crazy in my life. I'm getting married here soon, so I have a lot of stuff going on, and stuff's just been going crazy in my life, so I haven't really had the time to really sit down and talk about fragrance at all. And I know very few of you, some of you, are asking where I'm at, and that's essentially what I have to say about that. But this video is my personal comparison and takeaway from Creed Aventus. And I use Cologne Curators, the company, for samples. I started out with them last year, and I still use them. They're really good. They're a nice company. They're good shipping and everything. Pricing is pretty good. It's fair. So all I wanted to do was compare, of course, Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum. Not the EDT. I've never tried the EDT. I don't want to. I have no interest in that. And Creed Aventus EDP. So what do I think? I'm probably gonna have to. I'm not gonna spray these on myself. I've used them already. I don't need to spray them in the air. But as far as simplicity, you've heard the argument before many times. Club de Nuit Intense Man is up there. It's so much better than Creed Aventus. I'm not spending $400 for a bottle, and I agree. Niche is kind of it's a hard thing to hit, because if you have a clone that's $30 as opposed to a $400 thing, you're gonna go for the clone if it smells eerily similar, which in this case, I mean, Aventus and Club de Nuit Intense Man, I just smelled this and I didn't even see the label, and I thought it was Aventus. I forgot where I put Aventus, even though it says Aventus down here. But the only benefit really of Aventus is more natural, and fragrance oils, they're more less synthetic. But you're getting the same, arguably better performance. And if you've been in the fragrance community at all, you know how Creed Aventus struggles with performance. Or one batch it'll be amazing, the next batch it'll smell overly pineapple-y with a little bit smoky. I found with this sample batch, it's very smoky and almost like super musky. And I know there's musk. I have the notes pulled up for both, and on Creed Aventus there's musk in the base, but it was very musky, like too musky almost, because musk is apart from I forget what the animal is. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments if they decide to, but it smelled animalic, super animalic for Aventus, because Aventus is usually that heavy hitting, masculine, mass appealing, zesty, fruity, I know, mass appealing men's scent, and that's why so many people use it, and that's why so many people love Club de Nuit Intense Man. I've worn both of these. I've worn both at once, to split them up and stuff like that, and I still get as many comments and compliments, sorry, with both, because they're both the same thing essentially. As far as Creed Aventus goes, I'll read the notes for both of them. You're going to hear similarities. Creed Aventus I have pulled up on my monitor right here. Top, you're looking at bergamot, blackcurrant, apple, lemon, and pink pepper. Now, the funny thing is, if we switch Club de Nuit Intense Man, lemon, pineapple, bergamot, blackcurrant, apple. The only difference is no pink pepper. Interesting. Middle notes on Creed Aventus, you're looking at pineapple, patchouli, and Moroccan jasmine. Everybody's heard these notes many times. If you know anything about fragrance, you know Creed Aventus. Middle notes with Club de Nuit Intense Man is birch, jasmine, and rose. The rose I don't necessarily get, but I see a small sweetness from that, just a little bit, not off the top, but of course in the middle. But base for Creed Aventus, you're looking at birch, heavy birch, which is perfect, oak moss, ambroxan, cedarwood, and musk. And then of course over here you have ambergris, patchouli, vanilla, and musk with Club de Nuit Intense Man. Longevity, Creed Aventus sillage, I get about, it pushes off my skin about a foot, and I get about 3-4 hours, if I'm being honest, of push off and sillage. And then after that, it doesn't become a skin scent, but it comes, my personal scent bubble is what some people like to say, with a variation off of like, I want to say like maybe half a foot. So it slowly shrinks over time, as anything does. But that's what I get from Creed Aventus. And this batch particularly, I've had other batches. This batch particularly, like I said, is very animalic and smoky. It's still good though. It is Creed Aventus. You can't go wrong with that. Club de Nuit Intense, man. This, you're getting what you get. It's a clone, a very accurate clone of a $400, above $400 fragrance. 300 to 400, whatever, depending on size. So, in my personal opinion, longevity here is going to be longer. Will you have to let it macerate and sit with the cap off? Most likely. With my, let me get it for a second, my Club de Nuit, I'm a really big fan of Millésime Impérial. With my Club de Nuit Milestone, I sprayed this on the first time. Disgusting. It smelled like super ultra sweet salty berries, and it was heinous. It hurt my head so much. But you can see I have the cap off. I got this about a week ago. I let this sit, and it's just so much better. The dry down's better. It's leagues above what it was when I first sprayed it, because that's how clones are sometimes. You need to let them macerate. That's how designers are sometimes. But clones are going to generally be less, they're going to be more synthetic and less natural. So that's why you're going to have to do stuff like this. But do I suggest this? Yes, and I will make a video about it. I just am letting it macerate for a little while, because I know, given time, this will stand up to the original. And technically it still does now, but it's very heavy on the fruitiness. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But you're generally going to get more off the skin from this. I find 5-6 hours, this will push off my skin. I don't have the, I know I found my skin isn't oily by any means, but I don't have the hugest projection, because I know when people who have oilier skin, at least from my knowledge, get better projection due to their skin being naturally in tune and having the ability to hold stuff more due to oil. So that's my takeaway from that. And my suggestion is, if you don't want to spend $300-400, even like 300, whatever, 350, I think, on Max Aroma for Creed Aventus, just go on eBay. Sorry, not eBay. Go on Max Aroma or Amazon or whatever, and just buy Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum. It's gonna get you. And I know the top is a little, everybody talks about the top being super lemony with the EDT. This is the EDP. It's definitely smoother, and I've heard that the limited edition and the Parfum are pretty good. Up to you. I've heard the limited edition is the best. Club de Nuit Precieux, or Precieux, not Precious, but Precieux 1 or whatever, is like an Absolute Aventus clone. I love Absolute Aventus. But my honest suggestion for you, if money isn't an issue, of course go with the original. However, even at that point, you're getting better longevity with this. And I hate to say to stay away from Creed, because I love Creed fragrances. My favorite from Creed is Eurolfa. I highly suggest to get a sample of Eurolfa. It's like, that's another video, another day. But I highly suggest that. So, again, it's ultimately up to you. It's your money. I don't want to tell you what to do, but if you're one of those people that needs to have the original, go for Aventus. If you want better performance, better longevity, same compliment factor, if arguably not more, then you could just simply go for Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum. You're going to be spending, what, $40, $30-40 for Club de Nuit Intense Man Eau de Parfum, as opposed to, as I said, like $300-400 with Creed. And to me, it's not worth it. Creed Aventus is not a desirable enough DNA for me to spend near $400 on. Your Rolf, on the other hand, I would, but I only have a small decant of that. I need to get a big bottle eventually. But that's my takeaway. It's good versus good, and ultimately it's your decision. Don't let anybody in the fragrance community tell you what decision to make based on what they think. I'm telling you my opinion. You could completely disagree with me and be like, no, original. And that's how I always used to be with fragrance. I'm like, I don't want no cologne. But here I am spending $40, $30 on this. I don't even have a full bottle of Club de Nuit Intense Man. I know I need to get one because eventually I'll run out of these. And I'm like, to me, it's not worth getting inconsistent batches from Creed, having to spend $800 over a 10, even if I spray lightly, 10-year period, probably realistically, based on how much I use this DNA, 2 years. So to me, that's not worth it. And if I can spend $60 every 2 years, that's phenomenally greater than like freaking $800. So that's my takeaway from that. And my opinion, of course, as I stated. You do you. You figure out what you like in the fragrance community. You could hate this DNA for all I care. That's your opinion. There's many things I hate in the fragrance community. For instance, Dior Homme cologne I smelled yesterday. I was excited for that. I'm like, oh, I love Dior Homme Sport. Let me try this. To me, it just smelled like a spicy lemonade stand. And it was like a old man spicy lemonade mixed with like a Discord mod. It was... And I know people like that. And Dior Homme Sport had to grow on me. And so did Prada Lunarosa Black, which I have up on my shelf. It's just... It's a different thing with everybody. So do not let anything anybody says tell you or keep you away from a fragrance you want to try. But that being said, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate what you do. Please subscribe. Please like the video. This is my final thoughts. If you're going to get anything, save money, go for Club de Nuit Intense Man. If you want the original, go for the original. It's ultimately up to you. I love both. I will wear both till these run out, and I'll probably get a Club de Nuit Intense Man bottle because that's how it is. So as much as I'd like to support Creed, I don't have the money for that. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys hopefully pretty soon. I'll try my best, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.